Next flavor.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Paulette. It is time for tips, topics, and talk. Tonight, we're going to be going over a couple of things that you definitely need to know because we're getting into some cooler months, and it's that time of the year for us to start celebrating the fall season. So, to begin with that, the first thing that we're going to be doing is I am going to be sharing with you all a very simple recipe, and it's called Cowboy Stew. A lot of people may know it as like a poor man's kind of soup, or it's something that is the main course and the side dish together. But it's a very easy and simple recipe that you can use using ground beef, sausage, or you can use any kind of vegan or vegetarian protein option, including tofu if you choose to do that. Guys, this is a super simple recipe that anyone can do. It doesn't take a lot of time. And I like it because you can actually put it in your slow cooker when you're done and put it on warm. And you will have an amazing meal for a couple of days that you can add a side piece of bread to it, or a chunk of cornbread or anything like that to kind of make this meal your own. So welcome once again, you guys, to Tips, Topics, and Talk. It's your girl, Paulette. I'm the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, and also the host of, you guessed it, Tips, Topics, and Talk. What I want to do is go ahead and get started. We have our ground beef that is ready, and all I did was I got like a pound of ground beef, all natural here, and I made sure that it was lean ground beef. I also have smoked sausage here, and I have some Italian sausage to kind of give the ground beef a touch of a little zing. So first things first is I have already preheated my skillet over here, as you guys can see, and I'm going to share that with you all just a little bit here so you all can see exactly what I'm doing over here. Let me go ahead and tighten this up so we're not falling all over the place as I start to cook. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, when you wake up in the morning, what is it? It's a little chilly, isn't it? So with that said, you want to make sure that you're keeping everybody in the household as warm as possible. So one of the things that we've been discussing all week long is we've been discussing how to keep the house ready for cooler temperatures. Not hard to do, guys. Anybody can do it. All you have to do is head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com and get as much information as you can about how to keep the house warm now that we're getting into those cooler months, okay? And if you have an older home, it would behoove you to pay attention to some of the things that you are seeing when it comes to keeping the house warm, like taking care of those drafts, making sure that, you know, that there are places or spaces under your door where you're covering that up with cute little things that you have around the house, or possibly just around, right? You can actually purchase some things to seal off windows and doors so that you are keeping more of the heat inside and also saving money by doing so. If I were you, I would head over to brownstoneworldwide.com and I would go to the Brownstone for this particular article. I'm going to also be sharing it in Brownstone's Best and also the Brownstone Center so that you guys can go ahead and check out exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so first things first, I am going to start preparing this ground meat. This is a really simple thing to do, y'all. You're going to get that ground meat and you're going to prepare it by just mashing up your little ground meat right here. This is a sausage, an Italian sausage that I'm starting with. And y'all, here's the thing. I'm not going to use a lot of seasoning in this particular recipe, only because there are so many different flavors that come with this particular dish. You don't want to overdo it, okay? So I'm going to be very careful with how much seasoning I'm going to actually use in this particular recipe because there are so many flavors that come along with it. And like I said, y'all, this recipe is so easy. You're going to be like, why didn't I think about that sooner? Why didn't I think about that sooner? So I'm going to go ahead and open up our ground beef here, and I'm going to start combining it with the sausage. Okay, again, this is a basic Italian sausage that we purchased, and it was on sale, y'all. It was on sale. It was like $1 less than what it's going for right now. Because right now, if anybody else noticed, Ground beef is high, ground chicken is high, chicken period is high, unless of course you are going for chicken thighs and stuff like that. You want to definitely make sure that you're paying attention to the pricing out there, because y'all, they are out for blood when it comes to some of the stuff that they are charging us for the foods that we normally purchase. So again, I'm putting my ground beef and the ground Italian sausage in the same skillet. That's to add an additional kind of zing to this particular recipe. It's really a feel-good kind of recipe that anybody can make to kind of let's see, let me see, y'all, this skillet is taking too long to heat up. I'm getting a little nervous. I had to double check and make sure that it was actually cooking. Now, what I will tell you is that this is a lean meat. So I chose some lean cuts of this meat, right? So that we would have less fat to deal with. Now, mind you, I'm a keto girl, all right? Doesn't look like it around here lately, but I believe in the power of having a little bit of fat in your diet, okay? So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to stir up this Italian sausage and the ground beef, and make it do what it do. Okay, so we're cooking. Guess what I'm not putting in here? Not much of anything else. All right. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to be using basic water, because chicken stock is a little bit expensive right now. Beef stock is a little bit expensive right now. And I would just prefer to just keep this as simple as possible and get this ready for the slow cooker. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a can of diced tomatoes. I'm literally going to dice a tomato, and we're going to put it in our slow cooker and start that process. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while we prepare the rest of this meal. So I've got some tomatoes. I'm going to use 2, and I have those available here. I'm going to wash those off, and we're going to dice some tomatoes, guys, so that we can have this inside of our stew. Again, this is called the Cowboy Stew, and basically all it is just, you know, some chunks of meat, and we have some veggies. And here's my slow cooker right here, as you guys can see. And while our meat is cooking, I'm going to slice up our tomatoes and just pop them right in there. Now, tomatoes are going to make their own lovely juice, so we don't have that to worry about, which is pretty cool. And I'm just going to dice those and put them in there. Okay? Now, what I haven't done is turned on the slow cooker just yet, because really the slow cooker, since everything is pre-cooked, is going to literally be to keep the food warm. Okay? So we're using our cleaned, washed, and dried slow cooker, and we're going to put our tomatoes in the slow cooker. Okay? So that's the first thing that we're doing. So put those in there. Cook it on down. Cook it on down. That's first and foremost. Y'all, it's been such a busy week already. I'm literally, I cannot believe that we are halfway to Friday again, which really doesn't mean anything to most people, okay? So anyway, with all of that said, I'm going to encourage you guys to go ahead and check out our previous articles from earlier this week, where we talked about a couple of things you can do to keep your home warm. Outside of the fact that you can see I got this big old sweater on, because it was a little chilly when I came home this evening. So make sure that you are dressed for the weather. This actually is not layered. It's like a little sweater or something that I can just wear at work, you know. So I'm going to just dice these a little bit better while the meat cooks. And again, this is a very, very simple and easy recipe. You don't have to do much to it. You can just kind of dump everything in there. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit of oomph to this particular recipe by using Brownstone's Blends Turmeric Jerk to give it a little kick. Okay? So I have my tomatoes that are ready. I'm going to cut these up. And I'm also going to use a can of diced tomatoes. Okay? So we got our tomatoes in there, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and open up my can of diced tomatoes. All right, so here it is right here. Once again, we're gonna use that while I pull my pants up. And let me see if I can find my can opener. All right, I am a believer in just a manual can opener because I tear up every single can opener that I have. Why is that? I don't even know. All right, so let's go ahead and open up our can of diced tomatoes, and we're gonna put that right in to the slow cooker. All right, it's gonna give us some extra flavor, some color. That's another thing that I really like about using diced tomatoes because it's already ready. And it's going to fill us up, folks. This is going to be something the family can eat off of for the rest of the week, actually, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and dump these right here in the slow cooker. And guess what else? I have some pinto beans. You can use Great Northern. You can use black eyed peas. But it also has a mild chili sauce because this is almost like a chili, right? Okay, so I'm going to open these up as well. And we're going to dump that right into the slow cooker. Same thing, right there. Boom. There we go. All that goodness in there. All righty. All from a can. All from a can. Now, I wanted to add some additional zing. But the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to make sure that we're stirring up our meat and kind of chopping it up a little bit while it cooks. Because again, this is ground beef and sausage. Now, mind you, you can use any kind of meat that you want. You know what I mean? Like you can use ground turkey, bison, whatever is your flavor or whatever. But please make sure that you're making sure that it's cooked completely through. Make sure it's cooked completely through. Even though it's going to go in the slow cooker, it's going to continue to cook. Okay? But I like to just make sure that mine is not pink on the inside. I like mine well done, okay? A lot of people are like me and they prefer well done. All right, now what I'm going to do is, let's see. So I have my corn. So I've got some corn, some mixed vegetables. I'm sorry. So this is carrots, beans, corn, and peas. Now, what you could do is you can use potatoes to kind of make it a thicker kind of stew for yourself, but you don't have to. So here we go. I'm going to take a bag of frozen vegetables. I'm going to put it into the crock pot. I'm also going to add an additional thing of corn. I chose not to use potatoes, right? Because the corn is enough starch as far as I'm concerned. So we got all of that in there, all that goodness in there. See that? Now, one thing that I am going to add is the turmeric jerk. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Here we have our brownstone blends. This is brownstone blends, turmeric jerk, and it's a part of the blends that we actually sell at mybrownstoneriving.com and also at brownstoneworldwide.com. If you actually do want some of these delicious flavors for you to cook with, they are available. They are available. So go ahead and cook with that. It's going to give us an extra kick is what it's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and cook that down. And if you notice, do you see how easy this recipe is? This is not even hard, right? It's not hard at all. Okay, so we're just going to continue to keep cooking this down, keep cooking it down, which I love. I love this part. Super easy. Super easy. And because this is a lean cut of meat on both sides from the Italian sausage, not the Italian sausage, yeah, the Italian sausage that's ground, and then also from the ground beef, there's not a lot of fat to actually drain, right? But we're still going to spoon this out and put this directly into the crock pot so we've got less. All right, now what I'm also going to do to make this an even more interesting recipe is with our Cowboy Stew, I am going to use a kielbasa. Super simple. This is already pre-cooked, and all I'm going to do is slice this up and put this right into the slow cooker. So I'm getting ready to get Roger over here and slice this up. Okay. All you're going to do is you're going to slice up into little cubes, into not so much cubes, but you can do it in like little coins, little circles. Just slice them up. That's all you're doing. And you're gonna put it right into your stew in the slow cooker. So again, take your cutting board and put those right in there. Okay? And that's why this meat is cooking. You're gonna do that. Go ahead and slice that up. Everybody's going to be able to get a morsel of meat or any protein that you choose for your family to have. It is not my place to tell you what to put in your cowboy stew. It is completely up to you. Your choice. Okay? Now, once again, we are making cowboy stew. Super, super simple. It's great for a midweek, early fall kind of recipe. If you make it the night before, or even if you make it as a meal prep item, the flavors will be better, of course, when you save it for a couple of days in the refrigerator, okay? Guaranteed this is not going to last in this house, and it probably won't last long in yours either, okay? So again, what are we doing here at the Brownstone? You guys, did you take a listen to the Hot Lunch Mix on KCTR Radio, the Brownstone today? If you did not, I would encourage you to do so. You will really enjoy it. It comes on Monday through Friday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. It's a great way for you to get a 1-hour workout, listen to some great music besides, and feel empowered to get your little workout done. So again, I'm headed over here, and we used our turmeric jerk blend in our seasoning of our meat here. Oh my, I'm making a mess, y'all. Okay. And again, because we're getting into that part of the season, this is like comfort food. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you could do? You could literally make this into something that you can use for like your tailgate parties or whatever else. Because guess what I'm getting ready to add to it? A little chili powder. Okay? We're really going to give it a kick by using this chili powder in our mixture. Okay? Super, super easy. Because guess what? This is like 84 cents. I couldn't pass that up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move my cutting board and stuff out of the way because I'm done with that. And we're going to get us a spoon and start turning these veggies. We're going to start turning these veggies and this meat and these tomatoes and all of that into our mixture. Okay? Now, again, like I said, I literally am not going to use any kind of stock. I'm just going to use basic water to kind of cook it down with. And then I'm going to turn it on low and prepare it. Now, here's the thing. This is such a lean cut of meat. There isn't hardly any, there's really hardly any fat in this bad boy, which is good, which is really good. Because, you know, that fat is going to add that extra flavor and zing to your meal. And if you don't want the fat, once you put it in the refrigerator, all you're going to do is literally skim it off of the top before you thaw it out or heat it up in the microwave or whatever, and then you'll have less fat to deal with. Okay, so again, this has very little fat. I'm really surprised. Okay, and then I'm just going to chop that up just a little bit more. I'm going to turn my fire off, and I'm going to get ready to start putting my ground meat directly into the slow cooker. Okay. So again, slow cooker right here, that ground meat directly in here. I'm trying not to put what fat is in here. I'm trying not to get it in there. Okay? And that's all we're doing. Then we're going to put this on low. We're going to add a cup and a half of water, and we're just going to let it cook. We're going to let it cook down. All righty? Now, what can you add to this to make this even better? Cornbread. Make you a little thing of cornbread. That's all you got to do. We're going to mix that up with all of those different flavors of vegetables and beans and all of that stuff. And we're going to let that settle in. And all of those flavors are going to be married in there. Guys, if you want this recipe, it is available literally on the site. MyBrownstoneWorldwide.com. All you have to do is go to kitchen, and it'll be right there available to you for you to get and to grab. Okay, you can definitely do that. Now, this same recipe, along with others, is going to be made available to you in our upcoming cookbook, which is called Life is So Good. So we're really excited about that. But you can go ahead and add whatever you want. If you want to use beef broth, you can. If you want to use chicken broth, you absolutely can. There is no rhyme, reason, or right or wrong way to do this because it's your household. You can do what you want to with what? Your household, right? I just know what works for us, okay? So again, I have some chili beans that are in here. I have diced tomatoes and a can of diced tomatoes with the juice in it. I also have frozen corn and frozen vegetables. I've got some green beans and carrots as well. And I have 3 different types of meats. I have lean ground beef, I have lean ground Italian sausage, and I also have 1 package of kielbasa along with our turmeric jerk from the Brownstone Blends mixture starter package. You can order off of mybrownstonerliving.com and also on the actual website where you can get it, brownstoneworldwide.com. You can get it there. I'm adding some more water so it can go ahead and settle in. And again, like I said, you can add, some buns to it, maybe some Hawaiian rolls if you want. Just, kind of something for everybody to kind of enjoy as the weather starts to change. Okay? So we just going to let that simmer on low. And we're good to go. This is it. That is it. We're done. That's it. Okay? We're going to leave that on. We're going to put the top on it. And we're good to go. There we are. Ready to rock and roll. End of story. I'm super excited for this because this is really, really simple. It doesn't take a lot of time. And it's easy for me to clean up the kitchen when I'm done because everything that I actually opened up tonight is in this bag and I can throw it away. Now, what you can do is you can check out different ways that you can recycle because you're probably looking at the bag going, girl, you could have did something with those cans. You could have did something with that bag. It's a lot of things that you can do. And we're actually talking about that this week in the Brownstone. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to head on over to brownstonerliving.com and brownstoneworldwide.com. Let's start there. Go to brownstoneworldwide.com, get your news and information that you can use throughout the day. You can check out the day shift. What about Cullen's Corner and all of the pre-recorded shows that we have? I encourage you to head on over and check that out as well. Guess what else? We have some amazing, cute little reels that are going to give you tips, topics, and talk for the day. Don't forget that, right? So everything that is a part of the Brownstone, you can enjoy throughout your workday. You can listen to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. Go ahead and download the app, or you can go to kccrthebrownstone.com and listen while you work. You can listen to us in your car, anywhere, and it's available on iOS or Android devices. So you can definitely check us out there. Again, brownstoneworldwide.com is where you're getting the world news, you're getting politics, you're getting the kitchen, you're getting the bedroom, you're getting the living room, you're getting in all of these different places in between with amazing content from all of the air personalities that are a part of brownstoneworldwide.com. You don't want to miss anything that we're putting down this week. We're really excited because here comes fall. Fall means what's next? The holidays, Q4. We got some stuff that is coming specifically for you guys in the next quarter. That's what we like to call it, the next quarter. So Q4 is where you guys are going to be able to get more information about October, November, December. We got the holidays, we got Thanksgiving, we got all of this stuff that's coming for you. And we want you all to let us know what you want to hear, what you want to see, what you want to read. How do you do that? By reaching out to us through contact. There's a contact us page that's available to you. You can use the drop down feature and let us know what you would like to see, what you would like to hear. Also, we have space for advertisers. You're interested in finding out how we can help you reach our audience? We've got an advertising packet that is especially just for you. Oh, that didn't even sound right. That lets you know I'm tired, okay? That lets you know I'm tired. But listen, head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com. I'm actually going to pull it up and let you guys see it. Let's see. Okay. That's my Brownstone Living. This is the Sunday brunch. You guys, it's getting ready to re-air on Sundays. We're excited about that. And we have brownstoneworldwide.com that is available for you guys to check out. So head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com. I'm going to get back in this kitchen and finish this up. And I'll be sharing with you guys final video of what this amazing cowboy stew looks like. Don't forget, head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com. We got you covered. And be on the lookout all week long for how you can help us raise money for a very, very good cause. All right, you guys, I will see you all later on in the brownstone. And on Friday morning, of course, what else? The day shift. Early enough in the morning for you to grab your coffee and come and set a spell with me before you begin your day. All right, you guys, I'll see you on another episode of Tips, Topics, and Talk. I'll see you around. Oh, wait, let's not forget 3 things that I always like for you to do. 1, love your life. It's the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and enjoy and embrace every single thing that is your life. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. Now, I'll see you around. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.